This segment of the news is brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
In this week's court report, a local man arrested following a shooting at Vince Neal's Tatuado Wildside Bar now has a pretrial hearing scheduled on March 30th. Jack Freeland Allen is facing battery with use of a deadly weapon and assault with a deadly weapon charges for allegedly shooting at a bar patron and a bartender who kicked him out of the bar for being disorderly. Allen reportedly shot the bar patron in the foot as he fled the scene. During his pretrial hearing, Allen's public defender motioned for a preliminary hearing as the state's offer is being rejected. That prelim was later converted to a pretrial hearing. Allen's attorney also motioned for an OR release or bail reduction, but was denied, and Allen remains in custody. The local man with 4 open cases in justice court and 1 with charges still pending, who is facing charges including 2 instances of domestic battery with different dates of occurrence and aggravated stalking and battery simple charges, has 2 court proceedings scheduled March 27th. David Tassler has a bench trial on that date in connection to both of his domestic battery charges and his battery simple charge. During Tassler's pretrial hearing, the court received a signed substitution of counsel, and the defendant's new attorney said there are no negotiations and motioned for a bench trial. Tassler also has a preliminary hearing on March 27th for the aggravated stalking charge, for which he remains in custody, $20,000 bond or $10,000 cash. Tassler was arrested in connection to a woman being hospitalized after she was found unconscious lying in the roadway near Simpkins Road and Leslie Street. 2 Las Vegas women arrested in Pahrump after a 3rd suspect kidnapped an 82-year-old man who was with them have had their charges amended. Alice McCullum and Erica McCrory are now charged with possession of drugs which may not be introduced into interstate commerce. Following both defendants' pretrial hearing, McCullum and McCrory signed a payment plan agreeing to pay $100 a month until all payments are made in full to the court. Both defendants were previously released on OR and now have a status hearing January 30th next year. And the Pahrump man arrested after inquiring if Sergeant Berukowitz would accept money to look the other way while the suspect grew marijuana in Amargosa Valley will be in court again Thursday. During Robert Samuel Barron's pretrial hearing, his public defender told the court that an offer has been conveyed but is being rejected at this time due to lack of discovery regarding an audio disc, presumably of the alleged incident, which was reported to have been recorded. A motion for OR release was denied, so Barron's remains in custody, $25,000 cash or bond. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Thanks so much, Eunette. Let's join Angela Miles in today's Business First Brief.
Negotiations get underway this week for Brexit. German Chancellor Angela Merkel chairs a meeting tomorrow with leaders discussing structural issues related to Britain's departure from the European Union. This is the first meeting of that committee on Brexit. Starting this spring, Wells Fargo customers will be able to withdraw cash from the bank's ATMs without using a debit card. According to CNN Money, the bank plans to introduce a new app feature giving customers an 8-digit code. As deer hunting season comes to a close in Nebraska, Arby's plans to begin selling venison sandwiches this week. The fast food chain received emails and phone calls from the people of Nebraska requesting venison sandwiches after Arby's tested venison in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Georgia last fall.
Valley Communications Association is offering technology to make your home smart.
Home automation, smart home technology is basically the ability to leverage your broadband internet connection, and that does run over the internet, to install a variety of smart devices in your home. And the exciting part of this to me is a lot of it works with the electrical appliances in your home. It can be security if you want to watch your pets or maybe your home if you're a snowbird and you leave for a couple months and want to have a view inside different rooms of your home. But back to the electrical piece, there are a lot of these devices called Z-Wave devices that allow you to control the lights coming on and off, power strips on and off, electrical outlets in the wall. So there's a variety of these things. And then if you couple that with the great tool that Valley offers to its members called Smart Hub, which is the ability for you to log in via the internet and see your usage hourly on the electric side, you can kind of use those two together and set up. For instance, maybe you like lamplight around your house and you get up for work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, you could set a theme, as long as your bulbs are all set with the smart home, will allow you to set a scene that turns those on at 5 minutes to 6. You get ready for work when you have to be out of the door, out the door by 7:45. You could have them set to turn off automatically at 10 to 8, and you don't have to remember, and you don't have to run around. The other thing is, the technology allows you to sync with your smartphone. So if, for instance, you went out and had a couple of teenagers at home, you could put on an IP camera, and then while you're out at dinner for the night, you can always check in and make sure everything's going okay. And there's a variety of sensors. There's garage door openers and closers. There's, for the security side, there's the IP camera. And some of those have pan and zoom on them, so you can put it in a central location and actually pan around the house to see what's going on. The other ones are like window open sensors. So it would send you a notification if the window is open. They're glass break detector ones. So there's just more and more every day. And so what we'll be able to do, we'll be offering the smartphone application and the web portal that controls it all. It's out in the cloud. And as part of the service, we'll provide you the controller. That plugs into your broadband connection, and then the member is free to go out and buy whatever sensors they want to use, and it's a pretty quick pairing process, kind of like connecting a Bluetooth to your car or headset. They kind of sync up, and then once that's the case, now you can manipulate that device using the web software.
Is that available now?
We are in beta testing right now, so it is market ready. It just has not been rolled out or offered as of yet, but a few weeks, I figure.
All right, give a call to Valley Electric Association for more information. You can also find them on the web, right?
Absolutely. You can go to www.vea.coop or www.valleycom.com.
And stick around, News 46 will be back with more local news after the break.